Hello, chat. All right. Um, Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the sixth annual-ish Intelligent Speech Conference. We are here. Um, my name, as you all know, is Wilberforth Buttercup Jones V, and I'm the God King of the universe. But you can call me Ben. I'm so happy to be here once again with all of you lovely people. Um, this year, our theme is lies, deception, untruth in general. The kind of thing that Zoom did to us, but we'll get back to that later. Most societies, religions, and philosophical traditions do not look kindly on lies. In the Abrahamic faiths, the concern is almost more social than moral. In the Tanakh, the commandment is to not bear false witness against another, a phrasing that seems to show a deep concern with the reliability of legal procedures and the ability of society to function if you can't trust what people say. Buddhism has a different concern, with many of its philosophical debates being about the implicit costs of lying to yourself, or at least embracing the illusion that is perceived reality. Moving to the future, the Minbari civilization of the TV show Babylon 5 is noted for its abhorrence of any form of lie, including lies by omission. It's felt by their philosophies that such a lie polluted the idea of truth itself by using truth to commit a lie. For all this suspicion about untruth, the fact is that we all lie all the time, and in many cases, lies are the only moral choice. The classic extreme philosophical example is if you are, say, sheltering refugees in a totalitarian regime, and someone asked you, are you sheltering refugees in this totalitarian regime? The moral answer would be, no, I am not. That would be a lie, but you would not want to endanger people's safety by telling the truth. More prosaically, let's say a dear friend of yours showed up to a get-together with their fly down or with food on their face. You should definitely take them aside and let them know, but their natural reaction is going to be to feel shame and embarrassment. This shame and embarrassment is natural, but it will do them no good, and could ruin the day for them. So as a good friend, it's your duty to reassure them and say something like, I'm sure no one else noticed, though that's probably a lie. As a historical podcast conference of, hello, Sarah. As a historical podcast conference, of course, such a philosophical and interpersonal lies are likely not to be the main fare of the day. Some sessions will be about the use of lies, possibly fatal lies, to guard war-winning secrets. Others will be about lovable tricksters using lies for their own nefarious ends. Others still will cover whether it's even possible to avoid lies in the study of history, given that so many of our sources are written by people who are deliberately lying in order to support a political agenda, to aggrandize their own memory, or just tell a good story. Our first keynote today, Otto English, will be talking about how this kind of bad history can spoil modern politics. Such bad history is the quarry of our second keynote, Jo the Fake History Hunter. Her talk today will be about her one-woman hunt for lies on social media. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, Wesley of the History of the Second World War podcast will be discussing sacrifices made in the name of deception, a topic that is always full of drama. In between our fabulous keynotes, we will have marvelous roundtables and individual sessions. Our roundtables will be discussing everything from Russian and Byzantine deceptions to religion, mad pretenders, and how the cake is a lie. Of course, we also have a veritable panoply of great podcasters today, from the return of Totalis Rankium, now with 100% more pirates, the history of the Inca, and the ancient esoteric order of the Jackalope. In the evening, and as usual, we will be having an after party where we can chat about the day's events, but I would also like to call your attention to the midday break. Upon popular request, we have decided to add a brown bag lunch to the middle of the day. Everyone will have 40 minutes to stretch your legs, grab a sandwich, and then come join our Zoom conversation of the morning's activities. If it's anything like the after parties, it's going to be an amazing time, so please join in the fun. Um, Speaking of our speakers, we've been collecting very important and vital information about them as we've been preparing for the event, and I thought I should share with you some of this information to help you get to know them as a total. Um, Each speaker was asked upon sign up for this conference what their favorite dumpling is. Now, this produced some invaluable data, as you would expect, and I've put together this graph breaking down their preferences. If you give me a moment, I'll bring it up. You see, there we go. I'm going to share my screen. So I did recode. Oh, okay, that's good. That's fine. So I did recode the dumplings to sort of group them up a little bit, but I mean the single greatest group by far is people who liked pierogies. In terms of a single kind of dumpling, pierogies obviously are far and away the biggest. But then, of course, Asian tradition dumplings are very popular, and of course the fabulous no data people who did not answer the question. Um, in any case, you can see we've got a wide variety of dumplings in the dumpling tradition, and I think that that tells us something. And when we start each session, we will be giving you the bio of the speakers and also their favorite dumplings in specific. All right, back to my notes. Okay. Wow, that was fascinating, but it's time to move on, as I have a moral imperative to tell the truth, as I thank the other members of the core committee of intelligent speech. Bree, Luke, Sarah, Roberto, and Rick, your efforts are always vital to the success of these events, but this year especially, thank you all so much. I also need to especially call out Luke and Sarah. We are having some technical difficulties behind the scenes that they are working to resolve. And actually, I might as well say this here. There is we signed up for a Zoom plan that is 100-person cap with the promise that we were going to be able to add more, um, on a per person basis, and there does not seem to be a way to do that right now. And the Zoom tech support seems to be off on the weekends.
We have been deceived.
We have been deceived. We are working on a backup plan, um, which may involve the roundtables just being in a separate event, which will be accessed via a separate link. When we have that set up, we will let you all know in your emails. But and we'll be in the lobby to let everyone know as well. So just keep an eye out for that. Right now, it isn't an issue yet, but we will see. Fingers crossed. It's possible we found a way around this entirely, but we don't know yet. Um, for another ring was made, yes. Okay, so I also need to thank our wonderful staff. They volunteer their time to help run the rooms and MC the Q&As, and they keep these conferences ticking over smoothly. They also help us train the speakers to help alleviate any technology-related jitters. An ironic thing that I wrote in the naive before times. Um, so let us raise an object to honor the staff. This could be a drink or just your phone. Objects are raised. Okay. And of course, our speakers are the stars of the show. It would be a sad and pathetic conference if it was just me talking for an entire day, no matter how fancy my hat. For all the speakers who have joined us, thank you so much for your time and effort, and Godspeed on your sessions. Finally, you, the audience, in all truth, there would be no conference without you. Thank you so much for attending year after year, and especially after the 14-month gap from the last conference. We really appreciate it. So, um, anyone else have any opening comments?
If you are having any trouble accessing anything today, please send us an email. We are working on it to the best of our abilities. Zoom is trying to kick you out. Zoom is the lie. It's not us. Yes, there is a mustache on the skeleton behind Brie. Not Formosus is living his Nosferatu life for today.
Bob has a
intelligent
question.
speech. Intelligent speech at gmail.com is the best email to use to reach us.
Yes.
And Bob has a question.
Uh,
Bob, can you type it in the webinar chat?
oh, here we go. I can allow Bob to talk, actually.
Well, while we're waiting for Bob, everyone, if you are planning on attending a roundtable today, keep an eye on your emails. That's likely what we're going to be shifting over to try and make this work the best that we can. If you are speaking on a roundtable, expect an email one way or another. And we hope you enjoy everything that we have set up today.
Yes.
Should
And
be.
someone did ask, yes, all the sessions are being recorded, so they will be
Yes.
available afterwards. Although give us a day or two to figure out how to do that because Zoom obviously is making things interesting.
And changing everything.
And Susan's asking what email to use.
Oh,
Intelligent speech at gmail.com.
yes. With that, I'm going to head to the first keynote, and I'll see everyone there.
Have a great day, everyone.